Hi guys, this is Emma, the Vlog Lady, and today I'm going to be looking at Twin Peaks Part 9. It's called This Is the Chair. Doesn't he look lovely?
We was expecting you last night.
Oh, it's Tim Roth. I didn't recognise him. He looks kind of old. We are. I'm not hopeful that all of these guys will be able to catch Ike the Spike. Oh dear. What's with Lucy's wide eyes? Like, honestly, this is the chair, isn't it? I mean, I thought that the chair was going to be something mega important, and it's just Lucy and Andy.
Come with me.
This is weird.
This is the chair.
Oh.
He saw this life for you.
Getting the weirdest sense of deja vu. Oh dear. What the fuck is Jerry doing? Still out in the woods. What is from Oh my god. I don't think he's high. I think that really isn't his foot.
Go away!
Look at Tammy's face. I don't think she likes Diane much. Oh my god. Oh, so catty. Oh. Well, he doesn't seem to be coping well.
If he said that other people were maybe going to find him, and he wanted to go to a different place, and so he asked us to get him numbers.
My head is exploding. No, they're still listening to the hum. Okay, just finished the episode. Great episode. Everything's starting to come together. Things that we hadn't seen in many episodes came back into play in this one. It all felt like it was gelling together, almost as if it's snowballing towards the finale now, because we are halfway through the series. So let's start at the beginning. Tim Roth, did not expect him to be playing that kind of character. I know there was some talk about him possibly playing Philip Jeffries. Obviously that is not the case now. So that's kind of interesting where we might be going with the Philip Jeffries thing still. The Patrick Fischler character from Las Vegas was connected back to Evil Coop. Ike the Spike was apprehended, even though I didn't think that those clowns would be able to do it. Bill Hastings came back into it, and we finally found out the whole story from Bill Hastings, that he was involved in trying to open up this portal to another dimension, and he finally did it, and they met Major Briggs there. And Major Briggs, well, what was described as happening to Major Briggs sounded a lot like what happened to the Giant, as in he floated into the air, and some things happening that defy normal laws of physics on planet Earth. You know, I really love that Major Briggs is playing such a major part in this series, and I love the fact that we are getting a lot of who Major Briggs was through his connection to Bobby, and the fact that he left all of these clues for Bobby to understand and to follow, and for Bobby to undergo this mission for Major Briggs. So the two of them are connected over time and space, and it was quite touching to see Bobby being so happy that he could understand what his father meant, a message from all these years ago, a message across dimensions, you know. What was that message inside the weird metal tube? I don't know. Possibly is Major Briggs telling them to go to the lodge entrance? Surely they already know where that is, because we saw Hawk going there in a previous episode, unless we were seeing things out of linear order, and possibly that was Hawk in the future. I'm confusing myself. There was quite a lot to digest in this episode in regards to clues, in regards to things unfolding about the story. It felt very like the mystery of it was ramped right up. Whatever Major Briggs's message implied or meant, I have a feeling that there is going to be something connected to the lodge, and something that leads them out into the wilderness, the woods. I also think that whatever's happening with Jerry out in the woods is something serious, and he is not just high. I don't think he's high anymore. I think that his foot has been claimed by one of the lodge spirits, possibly. I don't know, but it just reminded me a little bit of the arm, how the arm operates and how the arm speaks. Is Jerry going to tie in with this mission that Bobby and Hawk and Sheriff Truman are embarking on? Is he still going to be out in the woods in 2 days' time? I don't know. Beverly and Ben Horne are still listening to that hum, and they are aware that it is something quite mesmerizing. They seem to be falling under the spell of this musical tone, and I think possibly that pushed them to that moment of romance that they had in this episode. But I think we saw that Ben is a changed man when it comes to Beverly. I think that this is possibly something out of character for him to be treating her in such a respectful manner, because it was implied before by Jerry that he has sort of played around with other women, whether they were married or not. But I think he actually respects Beverly enough to not to take advantage of her, and he really wants to treat her well. So possibly is that the influence of this strange musical tone that he mentioned was very like a bell from, did he say a monastery? And he mentioned that it sounded otherworldly. I think that is a big hint that this sound really is coming from possibly the White Lodge. That is my sort of inkling. I thought that we were going to get Cooper back in that second when the camera zoomed in. Very strange moment, very big tease, I think. I think that we were being told that patriotism is a big part of who Coop is, and that he was connecting to that when he saw the flag. Then he saw the feet walking by in the red shoes, and who was he thinking of when he saw the red shoes? Is that something to do with Diane? Is it Audrey? That's what it reminded me of, Audrey. He saw the electrical socket, possibly having some flashback to how he came out of the Black Lodge, or wherever the hell he was in that space dimension. So I think that we are still seeing Cooper return to his senses. We are still getting very small instances, and we finally got an explanation as to why everybody was treating Dougie as if everything was normal when he clearly wasn't. He had a car crash, which explains his blackouts and the way he is acting as if he's a little bit slow sometimes. So that makes a lot of sense. Knowing that the Diane and Tamara characters are being further explored. I like that moment when Gordon Cole was standing between the two women. There was such a lot of animosity. There was just a lot of space in that scene to watch Tamara with her intense animosity towards Diane, and Diane's coolness and aloofness towards Tamara, and a very, very well orchestrated scene. And I think I saw Lynch in that scene as well, Lynch the director, in the same way that I saw him in that scene when he was whistling in the office of Gordon Cole. I think that we are definitely seeing moments where David Lynch himself appears as the omniscient director figure who is actually controlling all of this. I was thrown for a loop with the title of the episode, and I was lulled into thinking that the title referred to the chair that Lucy and Andy were choosing from the online shop. And then, of course, Betty Briggs appeared in what was a great scene, talking about the Major and what he told her in the past. It was very touching, I think. It just is bringing the old series back to life in a way that I didn't think was possible. And this magical story of Major Briggs and what he's been through, I think Major Briggs's story is possibly even more complex than what Cooper has been through in regards to where he has been, which dimensions he has existed in, what he has seen. And it's almost as if Major Briggs is becoming like the secondary hero. We hear Bill Hastings talking about coordinates that were needed. I think that what was happening there was Bill Hastings had good intentions and Phyllis did not, and Phyllis wanted those coordinates for nefarious reasons. The two girls at the end of the episode in Talking in the Roadhouse seem to be two more young people in Twin Peaks that are affected by the drug running that's going on and the drug culture. They seem completely, well, at least the blonde seems very messed up and washed out, and I have no idea what they were talking about, but the zebra did remind me of, you know, the floor of the Black Lodge, and the penguin also is black and white, but it also reminded me of that joke that Cooper told Annie back in the day. I don't know what they were referring to, or whether that is some kind of code for drugs or something else. I don't know, but I liked the way that this episode felt like it had gained a lot of momentum in the storytelling and in all the threads tying together, and I got a real sense that the mystery is revealing itself slowly still, but in a way that can be gleaned and understood, and I love it, really. I love it. I will be doing another video on this on Thursday probably, just exploring some theories about this episode and going into more depth about what happened in the episode, so please join me for that if you like, and thank you for watching today. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you're very welcome. You can also leave comments below to tell me what you thought of this episode, and that's all.